Two. It's GrandFan Friday.
Yes, ma'am.
Yay! And we're honored to welcome an awesome influencer who definitely loves Victorious. She posts about her favorite childhood shows, movies, and a lot more too. Hannah Mullen is joining us. Hello, Hannah.
Hello, everyone. Thank you so much for having me.
Oh, she got a little double wave for us.
She's precious. She's precious.
I love that. I love that. We love getting to know GrandFans, and every one of you have your own unique story, and we love your TikTok. I see how big a fan you are of Victorious. How old were you when you watched Victorious for the first time, and who did you watch with?
I was 7 when I first watched it, and I still watch it all the time. I primarily watch it with my little brother. My brother is 14, and so I have made sure that he is coached on early 2000s shows. And so between him and between me, we always have Victorious going. Like, he watches it every night before bed. I mean, I
Oh
watch
my
it
goodness.
all the time. Oh yeah, we both watch it. Like, we watch iCarly, Victorious, Nickelodeon shows every night before bed. It's kind of like our thing that we do. And it's even something that my parents enjoy watching with us, just because there's some fun little humor in there. And it just brings everybody together. I mean, my boyfriend and I watch it when we're hanging out. I watch it with groups of friends in my dorm. I mean, it's just something that brings people together, and it's so much fun.
Do you have a favorite Victorious character?
Absolutely, I do. I thought I'd get asked that. So my favorite character is Tori, just because I think that we have very similar personalities, and I've always been able to relate to her. I've always been big into singing and things like that. My mom is a high school choir director, and so my whole family is very vocally involved in the theater world and things like that. And also, my other favorite character is Kat, because a lot of my friends that I have a bubbly personality like Kat, but I'm also like a dumb blonde, and I'm just clueless about things. I just am like Kat, apparently.
I love that. What about a favorite Victorious song?
Definitely Take a Hint or Give It Up.
Oh, I like Give It Up.
I think Take a Hint would be my favorite, because that's one of my favorite episodes. And my brother and I have like a Spotify playlist that we play in my car when I'm like taking him places or running errands. And that's always our favorite one. You just scream that in the car.
Great.
Aww.
Nice.
That's cool.
When did you realize you wanted to be an influencer?
So it was all really accidental. It was about 2019-ish when TikTok became pretty popular around my town and with my friends. And in choir, a group of girls got together and they're like, there's this app, it's called TikTok, let's all get it and post a singing video on it. And I was like, this is stupid. Why would I ever do that? And so I thought that the whole influencer thing was stupid. And then I downloaded the app to repost the video to try and get famous, like all of my friends were doing. And I just made videos for fun for a while, and then people started liking like nostalgic content. And it was around 2021, the summer of 2021, when I was heading to college, that I was like, maybe I could take this into an influencer content creator type of thing and make money off of it and also have fun while doing it. And so that's about when I decided to make it more of an influencing thing as opposed to just something for fun. And now I've grown a lot in the past couple of years, and I'm like 400 followers away from hitting 100,000 followers on TikTok.
Oh my God. That's awesome. You'll get there. No
Thank
doubt.
you.
Oh yeah. You got the personality and the skill to pay the bills.
And the drive. I love that. I love that.
Yeah, so when posting content, you're building a brand. How did you build your brand?
It took me a while to kind of establish what I wanted my brand to be. And it wasn't really until this year, actually, that it was in the fall that I realized I wanted my brand to focus more on nostalgia and memories, because I would try posting other things like college videos, fashion, things like that. And it's just the same old that everybody else is doing. And I noticed a pattern in my most popular videos, and that would be music challenges that I would do where I'd like react to older songs and see how many I knew. That's like nostalgic. And I was like, okay, nostalgic. And then I'd post a video about me reenacting something that I did in my childhood, and then that would do well. And then I started doing that in the fall, and I realized this is something that people want to see. And so then I started doing that, and I kind of developed my brand over the past few months into nostalgia.
Your murder mystery challenges are so much fun.
Thank you.
I mean, they are. What inspired that content?
I saw somebody do a High School Musical one or something like that. It didn't have a ton of views, and I was like, this is really interesting. It was a really interesting concept, and I started that in the winter around like November, December, so it's still relatively new. But I saw somebody do something similar to it, and I decided to kind of twist it in my own way. And I just start taking random character filters, I just started kind of reacting to it and seeing what would happen if I would just press the button and it would shuffle through characters, and I'd be like, okay, this person is suspect number one. And I was like, okay, let me think of all my favorite TV shows, iCarly, Victorious, and I'd look up if there was a filter for it, and then I would make a video on it. I've done like 6 parts for Victorious. I've done a bunch for iCarly. My biggest one right now is Dance Moms. It's just been something really fun because, I mean, I've done everything from High School Musical to Victorious to iCarly to Sweet Life of Zach and Cody. Anything you can think of. I'm trying to find more because I'm running out of filters. They need to make more filters for me. I don't know how to make my filters, but I have so many ideas, and I write them all down in a notebook, and I just cross them all off once I make them.
So when you say filters for an old lady like me, what is a filter?
Yeah.
What is that?
Yeah. So there's like an option in TikTok where you can save an effect that you can add onto your video, and it basically puts it on top of your video. And you can film with this effect on your video. And so I usually tap the screen. Each filter is a little different. Sometimes it does it on its own, or sometimes I have to tap it, which is usually what I have to do. But I'll tap the screen and it'll rotate through a list of characters, usually with a picture, their names, or both. And then from there, I'm like, okay, so who is the victim? And then I'll have it pick a character, and then I'll just put it on the screen. And then I'll just go through the whole list of things, and then I'll just react to it and just be goofy,
That's how that comes over your head, the boxes? Is that the filter, or?
Yes. So it's normally like the box. It has
Yeah.
the logo or like a character's face or name or something like that, and that's what it is. And then I add everything on the side with text.
I learned something today.
We learned something today.
There you go. The more you know.
I mean, you have music challenges, pyramids, showdowns. What inspires those ideas?
I get really random ideas in the most random ways. I will be like having a conversation with somebody, and somebody will mention something from like a childhood memory of mine or a TV show or something, and I'll be like, wait a second, I forgot about that. And then I'll write it down on my phone, and then I'll normally sit for a little bit and I'll think, okay, like what could I do with this? And then I'll kind of play around with different things until something feels right. And that's usually how I do it. Or I'll see things that other people have done, and I like to take other people's things but change it and make it unique to my own type of niche. And that's normally what I do. The pyramid was actually recommended by a friend of mine. She told me, she was like, Hannah, it would be really cool if you did like a Dance Moms pyramid. That's really nostalgic for people that watch that show. And so that idea came from my friend. I get a lot of ideas from family members, or literally like in class, we talk a lot about nostalgic shows, and I just type things down in the middle of class and just get ideas from that.
Wow. So what inspires your back in the day content? Yogurt, Wiggles, throwback music? Come on, girl. What's
All
up?
of it. All of it inspires me, all of it really does. I mean, the Wiggles, I met the Wiggles, the original Wiggles, when I was really, really little, in concert. I met them. And so sometimes I'll be like driving and I'll remember the song Fruit Salad or something like that. And I'll be like, bingo, I need to write that down. And so I'll go over and write it down. Or I'll hear something on the radio talking about an old song, and then I'll think, oh, I could do something with this. I mean, I have notes and note sections on my phone worth of nostalgic things that have happened. I mean, objects, items, like my pear phone.
Yeah.
We know
I have
about
a
the
question
pear phone.
about that.
I made lots of things with this. This is a
Wow.
really popular merch that I get, and need to showcase, t-shirts. I've been really into fun t-shirts with like logos. I got an iCarly shirt recently. I wanted to order a Victorious one, but it would not be here in time, and I was so upset.
Aww. Being an influencer, I mean, it's a lot of work. You're on Instagram, TikTok, and you recently started a YouTube channel. I mean, that's a lot of content. What does it feel like to see your brand grow like that?
Yeah.
It's really encouraging because in high school, I got a lot of hate and judgment for wanting to pursue social media. And so I came into college swearing I wasn't going to tell anybody. I mean, I didn't even tell my roommate at the time that I was going into social media and had a big platform because I was so afraid of what people would say. And eventually I just was like, you know what? Like, I don't care. Like, I'm going to focus on me. I'm going to focus on what I love. And as soon as I stopped trying to compare myself to other people and worrying about what other people thought of me, the more I saw it begin to grow because it's me, it's my personality. I'm just trying to have fun. It's just really encouraging knowing that doing what I love has been able to grow. I mean, I went on a brand trip earlier this year. I've been working with lots of different companies. This is a huge deal. And so every time something like that happens, it just really makes me feel good and just makes me feel so blessed to have all these different opportunities.
That's
You
right.
found one of the gifts that God put inside you. And I said one of, because we have many.
Yep,
And,
exactly.
and you always have haters when you're on God's path. And they're watching your content.
Yeah.
Believe me.
And one day they will be working for you.
Yeah.
I'm just so blessed with everything that I've been given.
Amen.
And continue to thank God, thank my family, thank my friends for all the support that I'm given.
She's gonna have me
What do your parents and your family think about what you're doing?
They're so supportive. They're so incredibly supportive. I mean, my parents will make videos with me if I ask them
I
to.
saw that.
They'll be like, I don't know. And then they'll be like, yeah, of course.
Yeah, let's do it.
That's our baby. That's our baby.
Fun, Sometimes my mom will get on my live streams with me and everybody calls her Mama Mullen. And it's just something really fun. And I really like being able to bring my family into it. I mean, my friends love to do videos with me sometimes as well. My brother loves doing videos. He worked on a Broadway project earlier this year with some big Broadway names, and he's
awesome.
In the beginning. Yep.
Well, we're talking about your family. You want to shout out their names?
Absolutely, I do. My mom is Danielle, my dad is Matt, and my brother is Jackson. So shout out to all of them, and shout out to all my friends and my boyfriend Bryce.
The boyfriend that got you the Pearphone, right?
Yeah.
Yes, that's right. That's where I got this Pearphone.
Yeah.
What a good boyfriend she got.
Yeah, I know. I love that. I love that. How do you think the characters of the show inspired you? You got the Pearphone. You sing. I mean, you got the long hair like Tori. I mean, do you find yourself like kind of stepping into any of their personalities or any of that?
I definitely think so. I think I use just a lot of I feel like a lot of the characters have bubbliness to them. Corey's very social. They're all just very unique and fun. I mean, they each have their own special gift and things like that. And I think that's really inspiring for me and for everybody because, I mean, you have everything from ventriloquism to singing, like there's so many different talents just showcased in the show. And it just goes to show everybody has something like that. It just may take time to find that. And I think I really resonate with all of the girls a lot more than the guys just because I am a girl,
When researching your content, I saw you posted about your hip dysplasia surgery. When researching hip dysplasia, we learned it usually affects young girls. How old were you when you were diagnosed with this?
It started at 14. I started having pain at 14, and I wasn't diagnosed until I was 17 because I went and saw a lot of different doctors, and most of them just said it's growing pains because I'm a smaller person, and I was even smaller when I was 14, and I was also playing volleyball. And so every doctor I saw, they're like, it's either growing pains or it's just pain from volleyball. And eventually got to the point where my family and we were like, this isn't normal. Like, I shouldn't be having hip hops that put me on the ground and are loud enough for everybody in the room to hear them. And we kept pushing and pushing and trying to go see more people. And eventually I got a pelvis x-ray And then I was recommended to specialists here in Indiana. And then from there, I got more x-rays and they're like, I don't necessarily know like what this is. Let's refer you to the top surgeon in Indiana. And that's when things really kind of grew and we saw progress because the surgeon was like, okay, this is what I see and I can tell this is what you have. It's not growing pains and it's not from volleyball. So it was 17. I had my first surgery at 17, my second surgery at 19 this summer. It was actually 6 weeks ago, Thursday.
By the way, I love the way you decorated your crutches.
I
mean,
pillow pets. I had to do that because in middle school, that was another thing, is that in elementary school and middle school, kids would do that. And I wanted crutches so bad for that reason. And I told myself, this time around, second surgery, I'm going to get pillow pets to put on my crutches. And everywhere I went, people would like come up and like pet them. And they'd like be like, those are so cute, And it was just so fun because it brought back memories for other people and for me too. And it inspired other people for like, if they have an injury, you can make it fun.
Yeah.
Well, we have a pair of crutches, and if I ever have to use them, I'm going to contact you to find out how to decorate them.
Do it. I will help you. I've got you covered.
Oh, I love that. I love that. What was your inspiration to share your personal medical journey on social media?
Yeah.
So I have a friend who I went to high school with who started social media as well, and she has a fainting condition, and she posted about that and was creating awareness for that. And I was really inspired by how open she was with her own condition, just because it was somebody I personally knew. And I was like, wow, like I didn't know that somebody I see every day in school has something like this. And it kind of inspired me as I saw that to kind of share mine, because I was thinking, I don't know anybody else that has this. So maybe I can use this as kind of a coping mechanism to help me and to also possibly help other people. And after I started posting, I had people all over the world. I mean, there was a girl from, I think it was Scotland, that we like became friends with me over Instagram because she had the exact same thing going on. I mean, I have people contacting me from Germany, from the US, people telling me daily, thank you for sharing your story because I thought I was alone and now I'm not. And it's just so helpful to me because I know I'm not the only one dealing with these things. And so I highly encourage people to be open about those things because it could really help somebody.
Amen.
Oh, yeah.
You talk like a therapist. Man.
I know.
Any advice for young girls also dealing with hip dysplasia?
I would say to definitely not be afraid to get help, because something that I was told that really pushed me to get help in surgery, in the surgery realm, was when doctors began to tell me, the older you get, the worse it's going to be and the worse it's going to get. And the longer you wait for it to get fixed, the harder it will be to recover and the harder it will be to get it fixed. Because a lot of times, if it's not fixed at a young age, it turns into arthritis in your pelvis. And so that's why I had my 2 surgeries when I did, to prevent arthritis and things like that from happening. Right. Because mine wasn't caught when I was a baby.
And that takes a lot of courage. And you're a very special young lady, Hannah.
Thank you. I appreciate it.
You are.
Thank you.
I appreciate meeting you. I mean, you bring out awe. The way you create and how positive you are.
Thank you.
You know?
That means a lot to me. Thank you. I'm such big fans of all of you. I mean, I've been following your podcast for a while, so it was surreal to have you all reach out to me. I literally was jumping up and down.
Yeah, well, thank Bennett.
Well,
if it
thank
wasn't
Bennett.
for him,
He found
thank you, Bennett.
If Bennett, it wasn't for him, it wouldn't be happening, man.
Sweet as a sugar cookie. Okay, do you want to share your social media for people that want to check out your content?
Absolutely.
Just run them all off.
Instagram is the only one that's different. Instagram is Hannah A. Mullen _. YouTube, Pinterest, and TikTok are all just Hannah A. Mullen. I don't really use Pinterest that much, but it's still fun because I post nostalgic things on there sometimes and nostalgic crafts, and so that might be something fun for people to check out. But I'm most active on Instagram and TikTok.
Well, this is Victoriously Crazy Podcast, GrandFan Friday.
That's right.
Make sure that you like, share, subscribe, comment. Let us know what you think. I know what I think.
Uh-oh.
Yeah.
What, Grandma? You know it's coming.
I feel like I did a podcast with someone that is going to be so big that I'm going to pull this podcast up just to prove that I know her. Hannah Mullen. Okay.
I'm blushing. I'm so happy right now. That's huge. You're Andre's grandma. Like, what?
You're Hannah Mullen. I'm just an old lady that acts crazy. I'm an actress. You're an influencer.
And the acting crazy stuff is half acting.
That's right. But I won't tell you which half.
Look at her. She's like, oh. She's a wonderful person.
Well, speak of crazy, we always
here
do
we
the
go.
Andres Grandma act out.
Here we go.
Are you ready for that?
Heck yeah.
Okay.
Roll. Hey, Grandma. Oh, you got the camera back.
Yeah.
Oh, man. You haven't taken pictures in a long time.
Yeah.
So what you going to do?
Hannah's here. I'm going to ask her how to make content.
Oh, yeah. I can't wait to see it.
Yeah. So, Hannah, I know you're a big influencer.
Yes.
I got my camera.
Okay, let's see it. Oh, I don't think that's a camera.
It is a camera.
But you can use your pear phone instead. It's so much easier.
I got a square camera that's also a phone.
Okay, but I think your camera's over there.
My
Grandma.
camera is spicy and my camera works. It's square, it's orange, it say turmeric, which means turn it to get the merit of the picture that you want.
Okay, Grandma. I mean, you could try. Okay, hold it up. Take your picture.
Like this?
Try and take a
Like
picture
this?
of me.
Oh, the round part. Okay. Is that right?
Yes. Hit the button.
Give me another pose.
Poke it. Good job, Grandma. Good job.
Oh my God! You teaching me how to be an influencer. How do I
It's good
use the
enough.
view? How do I use the viewfinder? How do I use that? It's on the back. See how it's in? See how it's in? How do I use that?
I don't know if the view.
I didn't ask you. I didn't. How did I?
I'm telling you, this would be so much easier. Get one of these.
Pear phone? I got a square phone. You got a pear phone. Mine is orange. Yours is pink.
But you can get it in orange.
I can?
Yeah.
Oh, let's do it. Let's go.
Sing.